Jake, you want to come up on the delta there?
Yep. Coming up.
Rudder.
I think it's actually a bamboo. Oh. That would be the first observation of one of these colonies that I've seen on this dive. Bamboos have been pretty sparse, otherwise only branched morphologies. Take a look. Actually, I'm changing my mind again.
There, Jeff.
No, this is a piece of that what we were calling Sibogorgia. It's a paragorgiid octocoral, and forget if we grabbed a piece of this the other day. I don't think we grabbed a piece of this the other day, but we're reasonably certain it's Sibogorgia, but we don't have a good species identification on it.
This is something we should try to take a piece of?
I don't think it couldn't hurt.
Okay.
Yeah, there's enough uncertainty about it. I just want to make sure that it's in a place where we wouldn't, where we can get just a small, maybe 10 centimeters piece without having to worry about the colony falling or something like that, since it's quite large.
Yeah, that'll be all good.
Okay, I'm going to back Argus up then.
Rudder.
Thank you, Rennie.
You may get pulled, so maybe set up on the other side of it.
Yeah, Reg.
Bridge nav. And then maybe after this collection, we can do in a skin bottle.
Okay.
Let's step 40 meters at 060. And, thank you. I think it'll be pretty close to our watch time.
Oh, yeah. Time flies when you're looking at rocks.
Jake, you want to spin around to see me there?
Sure. I wonder if geologists have more fun than biologists when it comes to puns. I feel like... No.
I don't know.
I was just thinking of really bad rock puns, and I'm not going to say them out loud.
Okay.
Because I don't want to go the other way.
You don't want to offend the geologists that are watching online?
No. I like you all. You're good friends and colleagues. I don't want to...
Hopefully you know me well enough that I won't be offended by your rock pun. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to do a side-by-side geologist, biologist pun off.
It would be really neat if we could get one of these anemones as well on one of the branches. But I know they're kind of inside, so...
So is there...
They're kind of far in there, though, hey?
Yeah.
You only want 10 centimeters?
Yeah, I mean, even smaller would be okay, you know.
Like, what if we tried that one right there?
Yeah, that could work.
I don't know if you saw what I just circled,
Yep.
Jess.
Yeah.
A lot of the times these associates are very interesting bonus samples. We can learn about 2 different animals from,
Go ahead and push on in there a bit,
from
please,
one
Jeff.
coral.
Do you want the whole thing framed, or do you want, what do you...
Yeah, we can do a tight shot, and then we'll zoom out and do the frame.
Roger.
Very nice, yeah. Okay, good. We can come out and do a specimen shot. And lasers off if you could. Yep, lasers coming off. Okay. All right, I think we're good to go. Yeah, it would be great to get one of those anemones
Sure.
Yeah, either that
try?
branch that Beth circled, or even the one just to the right of that, that's
This
kind
one
of
over
flopping
here?
around.
Oh, this here?
Yeah, it's a little bit bigger than intended, but it's nice and in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay, and how, okay, so what do we have open for boxes right now? Full way, please.
We're gonna have to go to the starboard side.
Oh.
B, C, and D are open.
Roger.
So the three inner compartments.
BCD, Roger. A little far away. Hopefully I don't have to scoot forward anymore.
Realistically, though, we can put it in any of the starboard inboard compartments because there's a sea cucumber in there.
It'll be pretty obvious to tell those apart.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and push
I don't
it
know.
back there, please.
It's a little challenging.
I hope.
Sea cucumber,
That's
coral.
better.
Sea cucumber, coral.
That might be a little far. So you're circling also this one here?
Yeah, so it's probably hard to get into that little piece. So the other one that he was suggesting was this.
Right below the anemone, so we can leave as much as possible.
I think you might have slightly squished the enemy, but we'll see.
Yeah, I don't think you got in the cutter part. Oh.
Let's try a little opening.
Oh, all the polyps have definitely retracted at this point.
I don't know.
Yeah, that was interesting to watch.
Yeah,
And it's like right outside the cutters. I pushed far in though, I don't want to.
you got the branch. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, sorry about that, guys. It's a little bit more than we wanted.
No need to apologize. It's a good sample. What did you say the name of the family that you think this coral is?
It's a bubblegum coral, so it belongs to the Paragorgiidae family. But
its species identification isn't still very clear.
It's species was no.
Yeah.
There's only 2 or 3 species of Cibarorgia, I think.
And when you're bumping it out, we'll
that
just
are known.
bump it out kind of slow for the sea cucumber in the back.
It was. Let me see.
So A is the only thing with
A
thing.
has something in it, yeah, but the rest of the board compartments are available. But we can also put it in A, that just is the sea cucumber. So why don't we go and put it in A with the sea cucumber?
In A?
If you can, so we can leave the boxes open for the rest of the crew.
Roger.
Yep.
That is not an A. Also not an A.
Got the thruster, all right.
Yeah, I think it's a floaty.
Okay. No, it'll sink with some guidance. Nice.
Steve, what's the
Coral just to the left of the coral we just sampled.
That's a black coral. I can't quite tell from here. It could be bathyes or alternatopathes. Not sure. It looks more like a bathyes. 053? That's correct.
Oh, and I see the stake our viewer was viewing. Looks like a sponge base with some
All right,
brittle
start
wrapped
again
around
there,
it.
ready?
What's up?
We're gonna go 245 again there.
Yeah, 242. Are we ready to keep going?
Yeah, you can go ahead and call the ships move back in.
Okay.
Oh, Steve, to confirm, you don't want an ENA sample here, correct?
Yeah, let's pop a Niskin,
Roger.
if we can. We have plenty of Niskin space. 5 is open, and 1, 2, 3 are open.
Roger.
Is that a CPAN?
Sorry?
Just on the nodules there.
Oh, do they
I don't know.
retract?
Yeah, maybe. Does look like it's could be. Oh, going for the hard one. Yeah. Got it.
So that was bottle 5?
Yes.
Bottle 5.
Thanks for the action shot, Jeff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, see that little red? Yeah. Before we pick up, Jess, can we look at this?
Oh, yeah, sure thing. You guys have eyes like a bird. Hawk eyes.
It's not me.
All right, go ahead, fish on it.
I'm just circling what someone else pointed out. Lindsay's got the eagle eye.
Yeah, good eye. So that's a C-pen.
That's the farthest word I got for you guys.
Okay.
It's a C-pen in the family Protopylidae. It's I had sampled one of these, very similar to this back in June of this year.
All right, 245 there, Jake.
Potentially a new species. So we have a couple of collections of this from further south. Looks very similar.
Okay.
So I'm
We're all
grateful
clear.
for the observation, but I think we're all set.
Roger.
All right, are we ready to pick up and take off?
Yeah, let's rock and roll.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Okay, you gotta spin around, Rick.
Yeah, go ahead.
245.
245.
Roger.
Thanks to our audience for sending in questions for us. Our ships will be ending in about 15 minutes or so. And you'll have another crew here to delight you with the things that they know. And I'm excited that we finally got to a part of the ancient volcano that has some relatively good coral density, and let's hope that continues.
Right.
Sponges are also cool, so that would also be fun.
Does not look like we're going to get to the summit this seamount.
Well, you never know.
I'll leave it for our
We don't have to
colleagues.
go that far. Yep. 20 or 30 meters. question is, are we going to break 2300?
Mm.
Doesn't look like we're seeing much in the sonar to indicate that that's going to get steeper.
No, it seems like it flattens out up here.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
All right. Got Jake behind the wheel now.
Yep.
Do we call it behind the wheel for an ROV? Is that the right term?
Definitely.
Sure.
Behind the joystick?
All these fluffy
Yeah,
sponges.
these are some great sponges. Can we get some close-up shots of the one on the right or the one in the center there?
Sure. Definitely.
Is that the same coral next to it? Just
Can't
a
quite
different life
make
stage?
it out from here.
It looks like
There's a couple of different sponges here. So there's one on the lower right. That looks like a farreid, or maybe even farrea. The one on the left, I'm not sure.
can't tell if that's for area too.
Yeah, it could be a large one, but
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm not used to seeing farrea in these big clusters. Usually it's kind of clumpy and weedy, growing along the sides of the rocks. But this one has some three-dimensionality. Could be the same. It's got some characters of farrea.
All right. Thanks, Jake. Thanks, Jeff. Kind of looks like someone went to a foam party and just flung their foam about.
I am glad we came up to the summit. That's 2 for 2 visiting these areas where the substrate is maybe slightly different, and the slope is slightly different, and the community is also slightly different. So
Yeah, no, it's definitely been a change from what we were looking at, from sponges in the sediment to different sponges up here.
like most of the deep sea, these seamounts are patchwork mosaics. So even though it may be at similar depths or similar parts of the seamount, you move over to a different substrate type or a different slope, and you can potentially have a transition to a different community with different representatives. And so all types of the geomorphology should be considered.
Yeah, it's really important for management considerations. Can't just be one variable, or even just a couple.
Can Maybe it's on the top half of that bamboo coral. It looks to be partly denuded.
Could see
it's being preyed upon
the
or
culprit right now.
Yeah.
Yep. You do, Jeff.
Is that a sea spider?
That's what
Yep.
it looks like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh.
There it is.
Oh, just picking it off.
That is not the first time I've seen that, but it's
Wow.
always very interesting.
Great.
Pick the guys, slurp up their prey through their proboscis. I wonder how long it's been working on that colony. It looks to be, yeah, it looks to be interesting that not the entire colony is closed up. It's only the middle third.
Yeah. Like a string of
I
Christmas
wonder what's going
lights.
on between the lower part of the colony and the middle part of the colony.
Seems to be a
Is
break.
there already a gap?
Yeah, maybe there's a tissue loss and signal not getting through.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jeff and Jake.
All right. Go ahead.
This is the shift of J's, and then the other shift has 2 Aarons, which is really fun. Hey, Aaron, can Aaron zoom in and all of a sudden Aaron's steering the ship towards something, or they ask for a ship move and Aaron video tries to paint something in color. So yeah. Here it's just all the J's, Jeff's Jake's.
Very true. Jake, you might have to take the bubble cam for a minute.
Go for it.
Show what they're looking at. Maybe.
We might just make it.
Yeah, it seems like from what we're seeing in sonar that the low peak may be just off to the right.
Yeah.
But actually we're not seeing very far enough in Hercules to know if that's truly the case.
Right.
No, we might, that may be it, yeah. I don't think, we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, that's 50 meters, yeah.
The site's been pretty good so far. I mean, the summit here, but rarely does coming up to the summit mean like all the goodies are on top.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
It'll just mean like, okay, we made it.
Yeah.
Well, now we
More
gotta figure out where to go.
symbolic gesture. There have been a couple instances though where there have been some pretty impressive things at or near the top of some of these seamounts, but mostly
Especially
symbolic.
if it's rounded off like this.
Yeah.
It was like steep and then it's gotten kind of flat.
The nice thing is, if seamounts have summits, I don't know if we'll get there on this expedition, but summits within 600 to maybe 1100 meter range, sometimes you can find stony coral rubble on some of these seamounts. And potentially live stony corals as well.
Speaking
But
of rubble,
they
looks like
are
we're coming up on some rubble.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is way too deep for hard corals.
Steve, viewers are curious about a sample yesterday. Did the small stock of coral sample turn out to be a stoloniferous octocoral?
Undetermined. Yeah, undetermined. It very well could be. But Chris and I were in some disagreement about it, so I think we're going to have to ask a second opinion. So we might send some photos off to some specialists to have clarification. But I still think it's a stoloniferous.
I think you might be be able to get to the top there. If
See
you
how it
just
goes.
come back, it should be somewhere around here.
We saw enough of those colonies of various different growth morphologies, you know, different branching patterns that it would be too unusual if it was producing the skeleton that it was growing on.
And then maybe just before the end of the shift, I know that we had a lot of discussions about like pathways and stuff like that. So maybe just to reshare some of the resources for those of us that want to look more into like our expedition now, some of the work that's been going on in the past, maybe the setting of where we're at, and also future opportunities to join the expedition online or maybe even on the ship. So one of the things that we're looking at was the oceanexplorer.noaa.gov, the Oceanus Animal Guide. It means sort of to help with benthic deep water animal identification guides. We also had mention of the Deep Sea Biology Society for those of us that might be interested in opportunities at all level from the community to the secondary education at the undergrad and graduate degrees. We also have some of the more local resources as well, such as the Office of Hawaiian Affairs page that has to do with Papahana Mokuakea. That gives us a little bit of some preliminary cultural briefing, introduction, as well as a series of reports that are recently they're published. I mean, since they became involved with the maritime, they have to do with not only the cultural history, but also some of the maritime and other resources. We also have the papahanamokuakea.gov page, which is under NOAA. Just an encouragement that whoever's listening out there to please pass on these resources and these opportunities are things that you've learned this evening and throughout the expedition to some of our other viewers or anybody in your community that might want to get involved. You don't necessarily need to have a full-on education or any sort of formal experience before to be able to join us. So the door is open, and we hope that you guys will take the time to check us out even further and keep in tune. We're signing off from 8 to 12 over here. We got the next shift coming in, but thank you guys for joining us for our watch. And yeah,
Mahalo for reminding us of those resources.
thanks for putting them out there.
Yeah, and a great point about, you know, you don't have to necessarily be an expert to join in this work. We heard earlier today from our ROV piloting team that a majority of them came in as interns from very different backgrounds, had never done anything in the ocean before, and now they're here driving Hercules in Arctis and leading ocean exploration. So there's really a lot of different opportunities to come in here. And we're seeing some really great sponges here at the top of this little local pinnacle. Have a good night. Video, can we get a, and Jake, can we get a close-up of these sponges?
Jeff, you want to zoom in here?
Wow, look at that. There's like 5 different sponges in this aerial view. It's great. Thank you so much. Got a little floater in the Argus cam. So we're going through, looks like He's coming back.
Well, we are getting to the end of our 8 to 12 shift here in Hawaii Standard Time. You're going to start to hear our microphones turn off as we confer with our colleagues, let them know where we're at. Again, we are exploring this seamount just south of the Don Quixote seamount, sorry, northeast of the Don Quixote seamount. This is an unnamed volcano, and we've had fun with you these 4 hours. Apologies for those audio and visual issues going out, some kind of satellite linkage issues, but thanks for sticking with us, and thanks for sending in your questions. I'm so excited to leave you with my colleague, Kim Weaver. She will be your Science Communication Fellow for the next 4 hours.
Thanks, Lindsay.
Thanks, Beth.
Welcome. Yeah, I'm excited to see everybody's whole face with our masks off. What a wonderful day. I guess it's starting a new day soon here for us. So going through a shift change here, settling out. Hey, it's a pleasure to be with you, and I'm going to be handing it over soon to my colleagues, Andrea and Chris, to lead, not Chris, Emil, to lead the rest of the dive.
All right, welcome all of you Nautilus Live viewers out there. We are in the midst of a shift change and everyone's getting settled at their stations. We are excited to join you here for the giggle shift midnight to 4 a.m. Hawaii Standard Time, and continue exploring this unnamed seamount in Papahanaumokuakea. We're going to get everybody settled here. And once everybody is good to go, we are going to take a moment to pause and conduct a private ceremonial protocol to acknowledge and honor the biocultural resources that are present and that we are interacting with and impacting. This is something that we do to prepare ourselves to be in the correct frame of mind here to get this exploration and work done. So at this time, I'm gonna look around the room and see how everybody's doing, settling in. We're all gonna go off SPL for just a moment, and we'll be back with you when we are ready to continue. All right, thank you so much for that. If our voices come through to you a little clearer on this shift, it could be because we are mask-free now. We have reached our 7-day masking limit, and we are now mask-free. So hopefully you can hear us loud and clear. I know it's a exciting day here on the Nautilus.
And even more importantly, everybody's healthy.
That's right. We heard from our friends on the previous shift that there were some audio and video difficulties with the feed, so hopefully that clears up. We do appreciate you letting us know in the message box on nautiluslive.org.
We're near the summit of this relatively small unnamed seamount east of Don Quixote Seamount.
The previous watches have done such a good and efficient job of looking around here that this watch has a little bit of freedom to explore as we wish. So we're getting everybody settled in here, and then we're going to see what our plan is as far as moving around.
Explored the eastern side of the summit, came across a lot of sponges, we understand, but are now encountering corals as they approach the summit. So hopefully we'll see some more.
Yeah, and we're on the lookout for some rocks. I think we only have one angular rock so far, so we want to get a couple more.
Okay.
Look like manganese nodules here, but as soon as we get into some more angular rocks, it'll be good to get a hold of one.
I think we can manage that. I think that I am ready to go.
Yeah, I'm all set. Thank you.
So where do you guys want to go?
I'm thinking south along the summit here.
Okay.
And I'm getting a nod from the co-watch lead.
Yep, south along the summit sounds good. See what we see along the summit. Maybe drop back down, get to as far as we could drop back down to the other side.
Yeah, drop down the western side if we don't see much up here. Or after we've done most of the summit.
Yeah.
Okay, roger that.
What do you guys think about a 50-meter move just directly south, bearing 180?
Can we
Or
do,
maybe,
I was going to say a little bit west of south so that we can get the vehicles up to top. Like maybe 225 for the first move?
Yep. Okay. Bridge, nav. Can we move 50 meters bearing 225, 0.2 knots?
Not sure what that display. Maybe so.
Thanks for letting us know about the issues with the video feed. We are hearing from a viewer that if you watch one feed at a time, it might work a little better for you. We believe this issue is hopefully temporary. We'll see how things go here. Keep our fingers crossed.
Just a heads up, I'm watching the bridge, having a very hard time moving their mouse to make this move. I'm not quite sure. Everything. Go ahead. I see. I will hold. We'll stand by. Thank you. Yeah, he's working on getting his DP software to work. I'm not quite sure what's going on.
That's great. That's fine.
Wow.
Get out in front here and deal with some of this current. That's actually pretty intense.
Ah, strong current at the summit.
Yeah. And we also have a more corals popping up. Stronger current, more coral.
There you go.
All right, Dan, let me know if that's going to work.
We're cruising around here on the summit, seeing what we can see, trying to sort out some technical issues. And in just a minute, we'll go around and let you know who's in the room. If you have any questions for the team.
Do we get lasers on so I can see how big those rocks are?
Yeah, Roger, lasers coming on.
Thank you.
Thanks. What do you got going on here? It's right here. What's okay?
Are the ship speed?
Okay. Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Oh,
he's drifting.
Yeah. Okay.
It's likely we're gonna go for a bit of a Nautilus holiday here. Ship's up to 1/2 knot at the moment.
Okay.
So we're going to wait out a little tug over here that we might get from the ship.
Yeah, we might get a little tug.
Okay. Not the time to fall in love with a rock.
No.
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 Sadly.
No, I would until you get pulled.
Just avert your eyes. Just avert your eyes.
Yeah, you're fine, Gabby. It's gonna pull you up to the
Yep, it's pulling me at the east. Yep.
Yep. We went on a couple holidays at OC, and they're really serious about doing technical work. They're not so much sightseeing on the
on the structures on the thermal vents. And as it happened, the Nautilus drug us over Dudley. And the one scientist in a room full of engineers was so excited we got to see Dudley and managed to actually take a couple Niskins in the plume over the top of the thing.
So it was a great
It took an hour out of the technical.
Yeah, so you're saying you've seen this DP freeze up before?
Yeah.
Okay.
The software, it's a new software up there, and they,
yeah.
Depending on who's up there. Is he rebooting now, or?
I'm not quite sure. I was going to give him a full 5 minutes before checking in.
Yeah, so the two things we want to watch are the wire cam there and the ship speed.
Okay.
We'll have a few minutes here before it actually affects us, so.
So can you explain what DP is and why it is important in what we're doing here?
Yeah, DP is the dynamic positioning system for the ship, and what happens is when we're diving, we'll go off our main engine and we'll just be using thrusters. I believe there's a bow and stern thrusters, and that enables the ship to make these small moves we need for maneuvering the ROV. So it's when the nav calls in a 30-meter move at bearing 270, and that enables the ROV pilots to be able to take their time and to move at these slow speeds, very less than a knot or half a knot. So it seems like the DP has frozen up. That's a class system that the bridge, or the mate on the bridge or the captain on the bridge is going to use. And so until they're able to reboot it, we're just drifting in the currents right now, which are clearly moving at half a knot westerly or easterly.
Well, maybe this is a great time to go around and see who's in the room. Tell us your name, what your job is here in the control bin.
9 knots.
I have a quick question. How long do we estimate it would take for this to resolve?
Oh yeah, go ahead, Dan.
It's going to depend on what the overall issue is up there and how long it takes them to get control of it. So it could be anywhere from, it could be up to an hour.
Okay, so can we could we try to grab a rock right now?
Absolutely.
Yeah, do you want to come down, Dan? We're at about like full delta here.
So the most, if this is going to be the case, we want to try to be as efficient as possible. So if we could go on a collective hunt for an angular rock that we could just grab on the fly, that would be fantastic.
We do like sampling on the fly.
I did see a couple, but they were, you know, kind of zoomed by them. You never know. You never know.
And looks like he's resting the slide there. It's down to 0.3 knots. I'm not watching the DP screen.
Yep, and you've got a few little things inside your 20-meter ring too.
Yeah, the summit looks like 2 holes, one on the north side where we are, and then a little dip, and then another little summit on the south side.
Roger, if I hit one, let me know.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to try and face into the current a little bit so that I have some kind of control. There.
Roger.
So you say it's an easterly from the east?
It is from the west.
Face uphill, so I know what's coming there.
Face uphill? Yep.
Worry about the current. Doesn't have to be pretty here.
Yeah, you can see us on the high pack moving east.
Oh, he's still moving, hey?
Yeah. 0.3.
That's our normal speed.
Okay, there's
Okay.
maybe some
Send
angular
that thing down.
rocks.
I'll pick up a rock.
This look pretty good. Just this one.
These guys here, are they attached? Oh. This guy is looking pretty good behind the arm.
That one's not very angly.
Yeah, the one next to it looks a little better.
And just so you know, we got the 3
But he's not quite
smaller
landed
ones.
yet. I'm going to land her with a
There you
ROV.
go.
What's that, Sarah?
We only got 3 smaller boxes open.
Okay. This, I wonder if
Wow.
this guy's too big to fit in a smaller box. I hope he's not. But he looks...
That's the Dan question, I believe.
Yeah. I'm going to get up out of this cloud.
Roger.
Good one.
Yeah, that one's too big to fit in a smaller box.
Okay.
I can put it on the porch.
Can you put it, do you think it'll stay on the porch?
Not unless it's in a milk crate or something.
Yeah.
Might stay there for a while.
Okay. Let's just put him down then and see if we can get one a little smaller that'll fit in the box. That's angular.
Roger. Gabby, why don't you come on the uphill side of Argus there?
Yep.
That
Roger
feeler
that.
gauge.
Look at that guy. See, he's all... I think he is altered, and now you can see inside it.
I think that I am facing the uphill side here, so I'm just going to lateral.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm facing uphill. All I need to do is lateral to be really uphill here.
So that 30 meter delta there is good no matter what that sonar says. That's what you're saying.
I think it's the best we're going to do. It's pretty flat here.
Roger.
Yeah, but it looks friable.
Yeah, for sure.
It's an altered rock.
Maybe Beth already has her too.
Yeah, Beth already has her too.
Don't want an altered route.
No, thank you.
Bombs away.
You have to do more landscape architecture here on the ocean floor, moving rocks around.
We tried to make the best of it when we got a chance.
Oh, I was looking at the wrong sonar. Argus is on the left now.
Yes, correct.
Sorry. What am I doing?
It's all good. You're totally fine.
Totally fine. Going down.
Those sonars don't give us half a chance.
I've pushed it to, yeah, that 20 meter thing is, it's kind of like our 20.
In the Arctic view, it looks like we have a radial pattern if you look at for the geology.
Still reasonable speed there, 0.3 it looks like.
Yep. He had a little jog there for a second, and I had hoped that it was getting under control, but...
No. The
What do you mean by
steady,
radial?
so that's a good thing. Okay, 20 meter delta. Well, what's our normal delta number?
I don't know. Like, we've been running between 10 and 15 typically. But I don't... This isn't totally normal.
So you're talking basalt spreading out from a point source.
Just coming
Okay.
from a point source.
Let me see how I can actually get some video out of this situation here.
Well, just pretend the ship is on a move to the east at 0.3, which indeed it is, so.
Yeah.
You're on
We get to see some of what the previous watches have seen. If this
we're definitely going to see that.
Continues.
You're on the wrong side of Argus and facing the wrong way.
Do you want me downhill of Argus?
The ship is moving east, so you need to be on the east side of Argus.
Okay.
Oh, you're going for the uphill action. now.
Yeah.
I see what you're doing.
Is that, I don't know
Disregard.
if that's the right thing to do.
Disregard. No, we're going east, so uphill side is good.
Okay.
I can't have everything, right?
I know, but I want to, ideally.
Backwards is good. You got a camera on both ends of that
Yeah.
ROV. Okay,
I know what
anytime
I'm
you're ready.
Just flip the controller over.
Yeah.
Just flip the controller
Most
over.
ROVs do indeed have a switch.
So does it seem like the that the ship is has got their situation situated?
No, we're still moving east at
Okay.
0.3.
0.3.
Gotcha.
Okay.
I think that's 1.5 turtles.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're going to try to collect a rock at 1.5
I'll try and at least
turtles.
get a little bit closer so we have some time.
I don't need a lot of time. Hey,
Oh,
what's that?
there's a bunch of bamboos here, so I'm going to come up.
That
Sampling on the fly. That's
was
What are you
fancy.
doing?
amazing.
Collateral damage.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
Didn't see it.
Can he share the same bio box?
Nice catch, though.
typically we don't want to mix biological samples.
There, well, box E, starboard, he said that there may be some room to put some bio on top.
Ah.
It's probably
Of the
going to
rocks?
break off there at this space.
If you want to do it, yeah, we already got him in. Can you get him in box E on top of a rock?
Sure. Maybe. Not
Okay.
while, I don't know if I'll get it in while we're moving. Could try it.
Okay, I can put the box out.
Maybe. So where's E? The big one here?
Sample salvo.
Yep, E is towards the forward. Most forward. Go ahead.
So we had something swimming around astern of Nautilus. Maybe another white tip.
You seen that on the wire cam?
Yeah, it just passed by. We know there are fish in the area. So.
Yeah.
So it's still a piece sitting there? Like, oh,
I think
Ship's
you got
bringing
it.
it back around.
roger. Oh, we
Got
got the
it?
little
Nice.
piece. We didn't
Okay.
get the big piece. It broke off.
But some
Okay.
piece is better than.
That's a sample.
You got something. I should have done that in Argus. I can see better.
Yeah.
No, that was
See really
sample
well.
number 50, or yeah, 55. 55 is the sample number? Yes, correct.
Okay.
Looks like some angular rocks.
Some ripple marks.
Looks like we have arrested our easterly
Yes,
trajectory.
so we can actually look at some stuff here.
Okay.
I heard that you were not having luck with sediment samples, though.
No luck with sediment samples, complete fail, so we don't
Oh,
want to put any time
rats.
in that.
Okay.
Sediments
Um,
Be a good place to try it, though.
Can
Yeah.
you change the lights here? I want to see those ripple marks in front of us.
Oh, I can try and...
Steve,
Yeah,
Steve
yeah.
can. That's Steve.
I'm also
that
thinking
helpful
maybe
at all?
if I lit them from the other... If I lit them perpendicularly, that
so-
might help.
Okay.
Down.
Sure.
Oh yeah, we get some shadow that way.
Oh.
So why are you interested in these ripple marks?
Because they will tell us the character of the current in the
That you have to
area.
come down to under 2 meters too, Gabby.
Yep, okay.
Sorry, that's the or too high.
Interesting. Yeah, if we could get some screen grabs of that.
Set it down in the right
Yeah,
down in the
just
sand.
fighting the everything.
That's good.
Yeah, these are
come
so
down.
good. So I think these are, look, two directional.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm fighting you, that's
They
why.
might be. I can't tell. Well, might be going away from us. Does it see that current direction going potentially? They're either wave ripples or current ripples, but they don't have a good, really defined current direction. So they might be bidirectional.
Put a Herc footprint there.
Yeah.
That's what we need.
Yeah, it's not an obvious direction.
No. So that is another indicator that places that have oscillatory current conditions might be more prone to life. So in that seamount that we came from last night, likely had oscillatory current conditions and was just chock full of biodiversity. We can get another screenshot here.
Do you want to try a core sample?
Andrew, let me know if kind of making those blacks helps you.
Yeah, we can just get a range of them and see which